Hi everyone, I'm Walnut, and today I'm going to be sharing two builds that you can use to clear the 7-star Delphox raids. We're going to be using Armarouge and Ceruledge, so no matter what version you have, you'll have an option to defeat Delphox. I'll have timestamps for each of the builds in the description below, but let's start off with my favorite Pokemon of Gen 9, Ceruledge. This Ceruledge is Tera Steel with Flash Fire, so that after you Tera, you're going to be able to resist or be immune to all of Delphox's attacks. With a clear Amulet, Delphox cannot drop your special defense stat with Psychic, and with 252 EVs in HP and attack, and 4 EVs in special defense, with a careful nature, Ceruledge cannot be 3-hit KO by Delphox unless they crit you. For the Ceruledge build, I want to explain the strategy with a flowchart. I've broken up the battle into 3 phases. Phase 1 is setup. Your first 4 moves are going to be Sword Stance, then Bitter Blade, then Sword Stance, then Bitter Blade. After that, you want to use Sword Stance if your HP is at least 293, and if not, you're going to use Bitter Blade. This step is going to repeat until you're able to Tera. Once your Tera is available, use it right away, as the Tera allows you to begin to resist Psychic, and Delphox might also go for fire moves, which will proc Flash Fire and boost your Bitter Blade damage. If you haven't used your third Sword Stance at this point, go ahead and use it as long as you have green HP. Now that you have your third Sword Stance up, you're in Phase 2, Shield Break. Now you want to go for Bitter Blade if your HP is below 235, and Iron Head if your HP is at least 235. You want to be healthy around this part because it's during this phase that Delphox will want to use Nasty Plot, and when the Nasty Plot goes up, Clear Smog is your #1 priority. After the Clear Smog, the hard part is over, and it's actually pretty easy to beat the raid from here. Phase 3 is just cleanup. Just click Bitter Blade if your HP is yellow, Iron Head if your HP is green, and when Delphox resets your stats, Sword Stance once. Now, I'll demonstrate the strategy. So before the Tera Raid battle, Delphox is going to go for a Dazzling Gleam. This isn't too much damage into your Ceruledge, but it technically does bring you into a range of 2 Psychic crits, though that's extremely unlikely, so in the event that does happen, you can just leave the Tera Raid and re-enter. You're only losing out on like a minute of your life. Yeah, we're just going to follow the flowchart here. First turn, Sword Stance as they go for a Psychic, dealing pretty good damage into us. But the next Psychic isn't going to do as much because of a defense cheer from our NPC teammates. The problem is our NPC teammate also went for a Thunder Wave here, meaning Delphox moves second, and Ceruledge is going to be taking a hit after the Bitter Blade. So our HP is going to be a little bit lower than it should be, but it's okay. We're just going to keep following the flowchart. Now we're going to go for the Sword Stance game. And they'll go for another Psychic, bringing us down to just above half. And now we're going to go for the Bitter Blade, but Delphox actually puts up the shield here, so our Bitter Blade's going to do less damage and also heal us a little bit less as well. Not only that, but our defense cheer isn't really helping us out anymore, so we're going to be taking a little bit more damage, but it's still only like a third of our HP. So after this Bitter Blade healing, we're still able to take one more hit as long as it doesn't crit. But since our HP is low, we are going to click Bitter Blade again, not Sword Stance. This Psychic here is going to bring us pretty low, and the Bitter Blade does not bring us out of range of another Psychic. So one more Psychic would KO us here, but we have our Tera available, and with the Tera we are actually safe from a crit, because we're able to resist the move. It should only do about, I think, 87 damage at most. It's possible that Delphox could steal your Tera Orb charge, leading you to need another attack, but that's just kind of unlucky if it happens in this situation with like a Para and all this stuff going on. But because we're able to get our Tera off early, we can go for the Bitter Blade, heal up a little bit. Our HP is still under half though, so I'm not going for the third Sword Stance just yet. There's the stolen Tera Orb charge, but we already Tera'd, so we don't really care. Yeah, we're just going to Bitter Blade here for some HP, and luckily Delphox goes for a Fire Blast to boost our fire damage, meaning we're going to get a little extra healing from here as well. So thank you, Delphox. And with that, we're able to heal up to over half, so we can go for the sword stance here. Delphox is going to go for a Dazzling Gleam. It's not doing too much damage with our Tera Steel. And we can just go for the sword stance setup. And our HP is not above 235, it's just under, so we're going to go for the Bitter Blade. But after that healing, we are at full HP, so we are now going to go for the Iron Head. Right after this Dazzling Gleam from the Delphox. And usually after the first Iron Head you go for, you're going to bring Delphox into just above like the Broken Shield range, and that's usually when they'll go for the Nasty Plot. And now that they go for the Nasty Plot, you know what's next, we're going to click Clear Smog to remove their special attack boost. So now that the special attack boost is removed, we really don't care about the Delphox damage too much, so we can just go for the Iron Head here. The Dazzling Gleam crit would not do more than like a quarter of our HP, like look at how little that does. We don't even have to heal that up just yet. We're just going to go for the Iron Head here and break the shield. After the shield breaks, Delphox will usually reset your attack stat. There it is. And also nullify our ability. Technically, we are at risk of a Fire Blast just destroying us, but I've never had that happen before, and I don't really know why. Yeah, our stat drops have, or our stat boosts have been removed, so we're going to go for the Sword Stance, even though our HP is a little bit low. I think you could also go for a Bitter Blade here as well. But we're just going to SD first, and Delphox is going to go for our Psychic. But because they nullified our item with the magic room, they're actually able to get a special defense drop here. Okay, now that our HP is low, we're going to go for a Bitter Blade here, and with that healing, we are going all the way up to full HP. So we can take plenty of Psychics. But Delphox is just going to go for a Dazzling Gleam here. Our HP is still quite high, so I could have gone for a second Sword Stance, but I decided to just follow the simplified flowchart. Our HP is high, instead we're just going to go for an Iron Head. As they go for a Dazzling Gleam. And they're just going to go for another Psychic at the end of the turn. So we're going to get Bitter Blade next turn, even though we could have gone for an Iron Head instead. Yeah, this guy's just throwing tons of attacks at us. Even through that, we're able to hold on because of the Steel type giving us the resistance. So with this Bitter Blade, we're back to almost full. Like, this Steel Tera Ceruledge is just amazing versus Delphox. You heal up a ton, you can take the hits pretty well. Like, this is a -1 Ceruledge. And a couple more Iron Heads and we're going to be able to defeat Delphox. At this point, I don't even have to care about going for a Bitter Blade even if our HP does drop, because they're not going to do enough damage even if they got 2 Psychic crits. Yeah, one more Iron Head and we're going to be able to defeat Delphox. And that's going to be it. You can get a little bit unlucky during the battle, but still win. But sometimes the luck is a little bit too much, or sometimes the NPCs just screw you over. Like, I think Armarouge especially can eat away at your time a ton with the grassy terrain, so maybe avoid teammates like that. But yeah, that's how you beat Delphox with Ceruledge. In my opinion, the Armarouge strategy is a lot easier than the Ceruledge one, but more boring. Armarouge is Tera Steel because with Flashfire, you're able to resist all of Delphox's attacks. The item is Shellbow for some recovery, and I chose to invest in HP and special attack with a modest nature for more damage. For the moves, you only need Calm Mind, Acid Spray, and Flash Cannon, and the strategy for this battle is way simpler. You just need 6 Calm Minds, then 4 Acid Sprays, then you click Tera, Flash Cannon, then Calm Mind once your stats get reset, and then just spam Flash Cannon. Yep, that's it. Now, I'll demonstrate the strategy. There's not much to say about the Armarouge mode. It's just follow the instructions and hope you don't get crit too many times or get hit by the nasty plot crit. But yeah, that's about it. If you've enjoyed the video so far, thank you so much for watching. But I'm probably gonna stop talking here. I'll just let this play out, and until next time, bye-bye.